Shalom, Kal Halal, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bahashim Akakwadash, double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us his truth. And shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word of truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David, the Aquat that are listening, learning, being a pillar of rest, 144,000 1/3, the hopeful elect of Israel, on the brother Yahshua. This lesson is going into no lessons coming up real soon because the famine is very, very close. And they're shutting down Al Jazeera, kicking them out of Israel or whatever. Why? Because they want to control the narrative. So this is just a quick one. Get you ready. Ezekiel 3:26. And I will make thy tongue cleave to the roof of thy mouth, that thou shalt be dumb, and shall not be to them a reprover, for they are a rebellious house. Going into the 2/3. Let's read that in the NLT. Ezekiel 3:26, New Living Translation. And I will make your tongue stick to the roof of your mouth, so that you will be speechless and unable to rebuke them, for they are rebels. Rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, and witches are to be what? Okay, in the kingdom, you know what they'll be, right? Unalived. I will make your tongue stick to the roof of your mouth, so you will be silent and unable to rebuke them, for they are a rebellious people. All right, let's read Amos. Amos 8:11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor for a thirst of water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. So really, everything, what is everything about? Everything is about the gospel and the elect being sealed. Okay? So we're at the point where the elect are nearly sealed, if they're not sealed already, which is why the Most High is bringing the famine. All right, now let's go here. Not there. What the hell? Amy. Okay. This is an hour ago. Democracy Now! Criminal Act. Israel bans Al Jazeera, largest international news organization, in Gaza ahead of Rafah invasion. Okay, so what do we see? We see Israel, or the Israelis, right, trying to control information, info wars. Okay, old Alex Jones was right? Whatever the comedian's name is. Uh, he's on top of the info war. Okay, Israel is doing what? Just like they're going after Al Jazeera to control the narrative, what are they doing at the colleges? They're weaponizing a specific word to come after who? Us. Because we're the problem. Who has the power to do this? Who is the earth given into the hand of? Amalek. He's the head. Given in the hand of the wicked, but who's the chief house of the wicked? Amalek. All right. So let's watch this. See what's being said.
Funded by viewers like you. Please support our work at democracynow.org/give. Israel's ordered 100,000 Palestinians living in eastern Rafah to evacuate ahead of an Israeli offensive on the southern Gaza city, where more than 1.4 million displaced Palestinians have sought refuge. This comes as Israeli authorities have taken Al Jazeera off the air inside Israel. On Sunday, police officers raided the network's Jerusalem bureau, seizing broadcasting equipment. Israel's Foreign Press Association called it a, quote, dark day for democracy.
It's making Al Jazeera's tongue cleave to the roof of his mouth. That's what that means. I'm going to stop your information from coming out, right? So this is the time that we're living in, right? We got the Israelis, the Amalekites. What are they doing? They're stopping information. They're coming after the men of the Lord. We're their biggest problem. They know that. So they have to come after us. And this is a spiritual version of that. Okay.
The move came just 2 days after World Press Freedom Day. Over the past 8 months, Al Jazeera has been one of the only international outlets with reporters on the ground inside Gaza. This is a pre-recorded video message by Al Jazeera's Imran Khan from East Jerusalem.
If you're watching this pre-recorded report, then Al Jazeera has been banned in the territory of Israel. On April the 1st, the Knesset, the Israeli parliament, passed a law that allowed the Prime Minister to ban Al Jazeera. He's now enacted that law. Let me just take you through some of the definitions within the law. They banned our website, including anything that has the option of entering or accessing.
He's saying a law. They passed a law to shut down Al Jazeera. They're passing a law, an offender for a word, right? Semantics, right? Anti-semantics is the word, right? They're passing a law dealing with that word that's going to make our mouth cleave, our tongue cleave to the roof of our mouth. All right? So the Most High is doing exactly what he said he was going to do.
The website, even passwords that are needed, whether they're paid or not, and whether it's stored on Israeli servers or outside of Israel. The website is now inaccessible. They're also banning any device used for providing content. That includes my mobile phone. If I use that to do any kind of news gathering, then the Israelis can simply confiscate it.
So there's a clampdown on truth, on real news, and GMO food will be passed out. Fake news will be liberally distributed. You see where this thing is going? And the truth, which have so long been without a fruit, right? I gotta go get that. Lord,
our internet access provider, the guy that simply hosts AlJazeera.net, is also in danger of being fined if they host the website.
He's in danger of being fined. What do we know? Okay, so that's what that is. They're shutting down Al Jazeera. Watch this. Watch this. This is what's going on. Okay. Press being attacked and killed on the battlefield. Where is this going? That's all I'm going to do. Press being attacked and killed on the battlefield. I didn't mention any names. Let's see what comes up. 2 years, Ukraine invasion. Okay. Storm coverage. I remember that. They jumped on him. Who are you? Who are you? Worst nightmare. Okay, so where is it? Oh, they're not. See how they're hiding this? Now we got to go look for it to prove. 1 hour. Israeli shows fire airstrikes in Rafah. That's going down now, huh? You're not telling anybody? Briefing. Traumatized. Press being targeted. How about that? The moment an Al Jazeera journalist was killed during Israeli raid in the West Bank in Palestine. So, a year ago. This was before the October 7th, whatever, okay? But what they're saying right now is that there's a big surge in press being killed. Right here, a grim milestone. Journalist death toll tops 53 as Israel kills more reporters in Gaza and Lebanon 5 months ago. What is this? This is the Most High making our tongue cleave to the roof of our mouth. This is control. This is info wars where they're killing what? Journalists, press. 53. This is the most. It says freedom of the press. More than 1,400 journalists killed worldwide since 1992. So what are they doing over there? What are the Israelis over there doing? And you know they're expunging this shit from the internet. Okay. Body transplant. Killed in the line of duty. Journalists to be honored with new memorial. See what's going on here? TV talk. 2 hours ago. This is fresh. Fresh. Let's take a look at this. They're going to go straight.
These easy-to-use patches.
They're going to go straight to Israel in the Middle East, where they're killing journalists.
Let's talk now, though, to Andrew Bell. He's from the On the Record campaign.
This is
It's a very good idea indeed. Andrew, a very good morning to you. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, Mike.
Thanks very much indeed for joining us. Tell us about this idea, where it emanated from, and how soon it might happen.
Well, I'm a PR consultant, and for a long time I've worked with the National Memorial Arboretum in Staffordshire, in fact since 2007, and the dedication of the Armed Forces Memorial there. I think in that time we've had over 200 memorials dedicated, but I had a letter from a member of the public saying you've got memorials to lots of different groups, obviously a lot of armed forces, some civilian organisations, police, fire and
Come on, Devil, get down to
reporters.
it.
Yeah. So I've formed a steering group made up of veteran journalists from around the sector, from print, from online, from broadcast, and we've agreed to create a memorial at the Arboretum, which will be supported by a database, a repository of all of those people's stories with Press Gazette.
Right, that's brilliant. And I mean, because the war reporting business has become a much more dangerous business, hasn't it, I would say, in sort of the last 20 to 30 years.
Well, I think 238 journalists killed in 2023 alone worldwide.
Yeah.
16 UK journalists killed since.
Who's killing journalists? Who's a murderer and a liar? Is it the Islam? Is it the Muslims out killing journalists? Who's doing this? You know who's doing this shit. The devil's doing that. All right? That's a devil right here. That's a devil right there. The devil is out killing journalists, controlling information.
2000. So, yeah, I think it's absolutely right that their stories of service, of suffering, of sacrifice are told.
Yes, absolutely. And at what stage is the campaign at right now? I mean, in terms of actually getting
You can't even say what actually happened because they got you. Your own devil bosses got you. You got to talk in circles. So there's no information there. They're not going to bring out who's actually killing who. World Press. 3 days ago. This is how many journalists are killed. Who's killing them? 40 journalists killed in Gaza since October 7th. See that? Silence in the media. Israel orders evacuation. Russia holds nuclear drills. Major flooding in Houston. CBS News. Silence in the media. We could go into that, but the point is clear. All right. It's really crunch time, and they really have to control the information. Just the Rafah invasion coming up, right? We already know this is about fucking genocide, and that's why the colleges are all inflamed right now. Why? Why are the colleges inflamed? Because of the genocide, so they gotta shut it down. Any information about the ongoing genocide, which is about to, round 2 is coming up in Rafah, right? So you gotta hide that. We gotta get Al Jazeera the fuck up out of there. That's what's going on. Let's read that again. Let's go back right here.
This news is funded by viewers like you.
Hold on, Amy. Criminal act. Israel bans Al
Support our
Jazeera
work
ahead of Rafah invasion. Okay, what are you about to hide? The genocide. Okay? And the men of the Lord were bringing it out. We're bringing out the fact that those are Amalekites over there fighting against Ishmaelites. You got Edomites of the head tribe Amalek fighting against Ishmael over there. Nobody is who they're claiming to be, and you're fighting over stolen land. You don't want that coming out, right? We're pushing that. And what? So now that has to be silenced, right? Just like they got to start here because why? Ahead of a Rafah invasion. That's huge, right? Is there not a Rafah invasion, which is actually called genocide planned? There's a planned genocide everybody knows about. So we got to somehow redirect everybody's attention so that nobody reports on it. If we take these news stations out completely, we throw niggas in jail because we made up a word that we can prosecute them with. This is where we're at. Okay? So anyway, just get ready because we're going into phase 2, right? They're coming after us. They got to come and get us. And what happens when they come and get us? Right? This is part of it. Phase 2, hunting season, right? When the enemy, the enemy shall come in. When the enemy shall come in, when, not if, but when, Isaiah 59:19, so shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun, when the enemy shall come in like a flood. The Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. So we're moving into these last innings where you're going to need some real power to fight, all right? And we'll be fighting silent. We'll see. It's almost hunting season. So with that, we hope that the elector edified you, brothers and sisters. Shalom.